Hello viewers, welcome to the second part of the review video for my recent acquisitions from Kanwrite. In the last video, I spoke about the Heritage Marble Green Sword. Some of the stuff about the Desire will of course be common to the Heritage. If you have missed the previous video, please find a link for the same in the description. Now, coming to this pen, the Desire Marble Red is among one of the three sublines of offerings under the Desire line of pens by Kanwrite. These sublines, namely Marble, Solid Color and Crystal, represent three different design elements, while the basic shape of the pens remains the common element. Now, this pen is listed on the Kanwrite website for 745 Indian rupees and 11.62 US dollars. I have been using this pen for some time now, and I must say that it holds up pretty well for its price range. This is in fact my second Kanwrite Desire. I got my first one, a demonstrator, during the Pelican Hub in Kolkata in 2022. Performance-wise, both pens are pretty much the same. Now, the cap is a screw-on and opens pretty quickly with about 2 turns. The gold-plated trims on the clip and the rings on the base complement the bright red hues of the acrylic material on this pen. Now, there's a distinct feature that is common to a lot of pens manufactured in India, especially the acrylic and ebonite pens. These are usually designed as 3-in-1 filling systems, meaning the pen here comes with a cartridge converter, but I have been informed that it can use compatible cartridges instead. And in fact, the box in which this pen came, it included one, which I haven't used though. This can, of course, also be used as a regular eyedropper, which is how I'm currently using the demonstrator. So as you can see, there's no converter or cartridge. This has been cleaned recently, but I have been using this for reasons that I'll disclose pretty soon. But I have been using this pen as a regular eyedropper. Now, I think I had stated in the other video about my concerns about the converter. These converters that Kanwrite pens come with are unique. I have not come across any other pens using screw-in converters like this. I don't know if it's just a design detail or it actually adds to the efficiency of the ink delivery. But what it means is I cannot most probably fit here a converter which is not manufactured by Kanwrite. This is a concern because I have found Kanwrite converters to be quite fragile. In fact, the one that came with the demonstrator has broken recently, and this is precisely why I have been using it as a regular eyedropper. And I do not have a way of replacing it because Kanwrite does not seem to sell those in retail. That said, it is a good time for a writing sample. For the sample, I am using the Shulekha Selam Ekushe. The word Ekushe in Bengali refers to the date 21st February 1952. This very day, 72 years ago. This is a day of significance for the Bengali language movement in erstwhile Pakistan, when demonstrations by students of the University of Dhaka protesting against the imposition of Urdu on the Bengali-speaking majority in East Pakistan were fired upon by the police, and as a result, several protesters were martyred. This was one of the events that loomed large on the budding nationalist consciousness that would eventually lead to the liberation struggle in East Pakistan and the emergence of Bangladesh. Shulekha has dedicated this blood red ink to the martyrs of that fateful day in history. Incidentally, if you do not already know, this date is now celebrated by UNESCO as the International Mother Language Day since 1999. Alright, let's see how this performs on the Rhodia paper here. So a little bit about the dimensions. Its cap closed state, the pen stands 14 centimeters long. Without the cap, it's a shade over, I would say, 12.5 centimeters. With its cap posted, it goes up to 16 centimeters long. And as you can see, it posts really nicely. I mean, there's no danger of it coming off even when you shake this. And maximum girth wise, I would say it's 16 centimeters. Sorry, my bad, 11 centimeters. Now, the nib has a juicy output, I would say. But as compared to the other nibs from the Emperor or the Desire, I would say that this has a sharper feedback. Nothing unpleasant though, and it does not compromise with the smoothness of the output. But there's that feedback. It's a personal preference whether you like it or not. Now the feed sprung a surprise. All the other Kanwrite pens I have sport ebonite feeds and have this identical design. If I'll show this from the other Desire that I have. So this is the same ebonite feed design that we also saw in the previous video in the Heritage. So I had quite expected the marble red to also feature that kind of a feed, but I was surprised to see that it seems to be a plastic feed instead of a ebonite one, and of course a more regular kind of a design. I haven't seen any noticeable difference in the output between this one and the demonstrator though. However, in something that seems to be a common experience with the Desire line of pens, the nib tends to dry up if you keep it unused for a few days. This is not the case I have found with the Heritage and the Emperor that I own. Another thing that I would like to highlight about the output, I have used the Desires with converter in this one as well as in its eyedropper mode with the demonstrator, as I told you. I have found that the ink delivery is less consistent in the eyedropper mode depending on the tilt of the pen while writing, especially when the ink levels in the barrel is on the lower side. The color intensity tends to vary. So that's it from me today. Thank you for your patient audience. If you are using any Kanwrite pens, let me know your experience with them in the comment section. See you soon with another video.